The Queen once sparked a standing ovation from the U.S. Congress for a brutal quip during a royal speech. Queen Elizabeth II once secured a standing ovation from the U.S. Congress during a royal visit to America in 1991 with a quick-witted quip after a podium mishap threatened to overshadow the tour. Royal author Robert Hardman has told BBC Breakfast how the Queen was able to win over U.S. congressmen in Washington during the landmark royal trip. Mr. Hardman told BBC Breakfast, in 1991. The Queen arrived in Washington on this big state visit just after the Gulf War, and it would have been long prepared, and George Bush Sr. gave this very nice speech of welcome. Hess about 6'3", and then it was the turn of the Queen, who's about a foot shorter, to then sort of say thank you, and she went up to the podium, and the podium was meant to lower for her, and for some reason it didn't. But the result was that all anybody could see was the top of her head. He added, a U.S. commentator famously at the time said, all I got me was a talking hat. And at the palace, to this day they call it the talking hat speech. Mr. Hardman continued, but I interviewed George Bush Jr. for this book, and he said that the head of protocol after that got an absolute roasting from his father, nearly got fired. But the Queen took it all on him very good heart, and the next day she was addressing Congress and began by saying, I hope you can all see me today, at which point she got a standing ovation after 10 seconds, so it all went well. The royal author also revealed the Queen and Prince Philip were involved in a standoff with the U.S. Secret Service in 2016 during the visit of U.S. President Barack Obama and his wife, Michelle. Prince Philip reportedly wanted to drive the Obamas himself, despite the president's security detail being firmly against the idea. The Queen and Duke of Edinburgh reportedly won out in the end, with Prince Philip taking the wheel while Michelle and the Queen rode in the back. The Obamas wanted to come and be the first family people to say happy 90th birthday to the Queen when she turned 90 in 2016. They flew in by helicopter to Windsor Great Park, and the royals wanted to pick them up in the park where they landed. But the Secret Service said, no, we're the only people who drive the president, and it went right to the top. It's the only time in the entire Obama presidency when the couple were driven by someone other than a White House agent. They were driven by Prince Philip with the Queen in the back with Michelle. I love that the Secret Service went up against the Queen and never let it be in doubt that the Queen won, added BBC presenter Naga Munchetty. The Queen missed the Commonwealth Day service on Monday. Her Majesty, who turns 96 next month, recently recovered from COVID.